Industry Voice, Beyond GWP, Why Other Impact Categories Matter. Katya Lukui is a sustainability analyst, LCA specialist with Beyond, HLW's sustainability consultancy. She is a sustainability and materials technology expert with a focus on improving interior environments through innovative bio-based materials. A handful of used coffee pods transformed into planters can bring unexpected life into a small space. Within days, seeds begin to sprout, leaves follow sunlight, and roots take hold in just a few inches of soil. Nature's adaptability is remarkable, but not limitless. In conversations around sustainability, embodied carbon has become a central metric, helping quantify environmental impact across a building's life cycle. But carbon is only one part of the story. Material choices influence ecosystems, human health, and natural resource systems in ways that are often less visible, but equally urgent. While this discussion is grounded in the built environment, it reflects a broader shift in how environmental impact is measured, as industries move beyond single metric carbon accounting toward more comprehensive, systems-based approaches. The colorful warning. Coral reefs are among the most vibrant ecosystems on Earth, essential for marine biodiversity and ocean health. Yet under environmental stress, these ecosystems can lose their vivid colors, turning pale and eventually collapsing. Coral reefs face multiple environmental pressures. Eutrophication. Agricultural runoff, sewage, and industrial waste release nitrogen and phosphorus into nearby waters. These excess nutrients fuel algal blooms, which reduce water quality, block sunlight, and deplete oxygen levels. Algal blooms can smother coral reefs, degrading their structure and ultimately causing their collapse. But eutrophication isn't the only threat. Coral reefs are also heavily impacted by ocean acidification, driven by excess CO2 dissolving into seawater, lowering its pH, and weakening corals' ability to build their calcium carbonate structures. Even the most resilient ecosystems have limits when faced with sustained environmental pressure. Invisible gases, visible impacts, ozone depletion, and smog formation. Some environmental impacts feel distant, while others are felt directly through human health. Ozone depletion potential, ODP, refers to the thinning of the stratospheric ozone layer caused by substances like CFCs and HCFCs, once common in refrigerants and insulation. The ozone layer protects against harmful UV radiation, and its depletion has increased risks of skin cancer, cataracts, and immune disorders. Photochemical ozone creation potential, POCP, or smog formation, concerns ground-level ozone. Off-gassing chemicals from paints, adhesives, and industrial processes react with nitrogen oxides from vehicles and power plants under sunlight, creating smog. Unlike the good protective ozone layer above, ground-level ozone damages lung tissue, aggravates asthma, reduces lung function, and triggers respiratory illnesses. For millions worldwide, especially in urban areas, these aren't distant statistics. They're daily experiences of compromised breathing, hospital visits, and diminished quality of life. But there's good news. The global response to ozone depletion remains one of the most successful examples of coordinated environmental action. Thanks to the Montreal Protocol, the phase-out of ozone-depleting substances has allowed the ozone layer to begin its recovery. This progress fuels optimism that similar collective action is possible across other impact categories. The built environment is already part of this change through improved material formulations, stricter VOC regulations for off-gassing chemicals, refrigerant innovations, and cleaner construction practices. Resource depletion, the race for what's left. Every construction project, from large-scale developments to interior fit-outs, draws from a finite pool of natural resources. Metals mined today won't be available tomorrow. Fossil fuels burned for manufacturing materials not only drive climate change but permanently deplete reserves that took millions of years to form. Resource depletion affects future availability and cost of materials. Global tensions over critical minerals like lithium, cobalt, and rare earths. Environmental and social damage in extraction zones often affecting vulnerable communities. While these impacts may not be immediately visible, they influence supply chains, economic stability, and long-term access to materials. Toxicity, the chemicals we don't see but carry with us. Human toxicity potential and ecotoxicity potential track the release of chemicals that can harm both people and ecosystems. These toxins often hide in plain sight, in paints, sealants, flooring, insulation, flame retardants, and adhesives. Manufacturing releases harmful emissions like mercury, dioxins, and heavy metals, which enter the air, water, and food chains. The consequences are deeply personal: cancers, neurological disorders, reproductive problems, hormone disruptions. And many of these risks grow with long-term, low-level exposure to chemicals embedded in homes, schools, and workplaces. Ecosystems suffer as well. Rivers, lakes, and oceans absorb these toxins, contaminating fish and wildlife, and eventually food consumed by humans. The construction industry is learning. Certifications like WELL and LEED, along with Declare labels and Health Product Declarations, HPDs, are helping designers and clients make healthier choices. Transparency is growing, and every informed decision helps reduce this invisible toxic load. The bigger picture. There are many other impact categories that life cycle assessment (LCA) measures, along with embodied carbon, like acidification potential, water scarcity, land use change, noise and vibration potential, and more. Some are still emerging, and others will gain importance as science evolves. Environmental Product Declarations (EPDs) serve as a key bridge between scientific data and real-world decision-making, enabling more informed material selection. Paying attention to embodied carbon is crucial, but true environmental responsibility means looking at the full, complex, and messy picture. Each impact category tells part of the story: how material choices affect not only the climate, but also water, air, animals, and human health. LCA provides the lens to see that whole story and the responsibility to act on it. Environmental responsibility requires looking beyond a single metric. As measurement tools become more sophisticated, so too must the way decisions are made. With a more complete understanding of environmental impacts, it becomes possible to create conditions where both people and ecosystems can thrive.